Transformers 4!
Yes, Michael Bay has made himself quite a rep in the last few years. After the travesty of recreating history with Pearl Harbor, Bay focuses everything on something even worse, ruining our childhoods. And the sad thing is, this whole mess isn't entirely Bay's fault. Steven Spielberg, the executive producer, was insistent on having Bay make the first Transformers movie, and it sold, leading to Bay becoming director for 3 more films. And they all sucked, with varying degrees of ass fuck. But we're not here to discuss how they all sucked, we're here to discuss how bad only one of these films is and how it might arguably be the worst film in the franchise.
Well, let's not bother procrastinating. This is Transformers: Age of Extinction.
Something strange about this movie is that Michael Bay claims it's a soft reboot. This has been argued against by the producer, who claims it's a continuation of events from the last trilogy. Geez, when even the crew of the movie can't decide what it is, we've got some serious problems. But I digress. We start off our movie in 65 million BC. God damn it, Bay, you fucked it all up! I think everyone had this massive gripe that Revenge of the Fallen started out in 17,000 BC. So, what made Michael Bay think, hey, let's push back the calendar even further? Whoops, sorry, onward to present day, I guess. We cut to what Michael Bay thinks is Texas. Just Texas, not any specific city like Austin or Houston, just Texas.
Oh boy! Now we can see Mark Wahlberg drive down a Texas dirt road. Oh, I'm totally psyched!
Well, this movie does absolutely nothing explaining where the fuck Shia LaBeouf thankfully went, so we're stuck with Marky Mark to provide us with the main character. He plays Cade Yeager, a struggling inventor who should probably give up the inventor business and establish a scrapyard instead. Now, to be fair, Wahlberg does at the very least try to act, but there's not really much for him to work with. You can tell he's trying, but his character's moral ambiguity and plain unlikability cancels out what Wahlberg is trying to put in. But you can tell that he was at the very least trying. The rest of his supporting cast, though? Not so much. His daughter Tessa is played by Nicola Peltz, who you may recognize as Guitar from The Last Airbender, which, if you thought this movie was going to help her career, you're sorely mistaken. And Wahlberg's sidekick is Lucas, who we'll just be referring as Dick Pickle because I don't care who plays him, because he's so goddamn annoying.
Hey, heads!
Wait, so it just brings the beer near you? That's the trick?
I'm trying to, but I just got hit in the head with a 10-foot cannon. If he eats you, I get the GTO.
What kind of cars are those? They're so scary!
Well, aren't you precocious?
It turns out that Cade buys an old truck full of mortar shells just as his home forecloses. Oh, here's an idea, sell all those mortar shells and get a quick buck off of that.
Oh, but enough of that. Let's go slay some Autobots, huh?
With the Decepticon threat mostly dealt with, the Autobots stayed around to make sure that none came back. Oh, and because their fucking home planet exploded! But while the President of the United States is granted the Autobots asylum, he believes them to be hunting remains of the Decepticons. But, in reality, Harold Attinger, played by Kelsey Grammer, is leading the CIA task force Cemetery Wind to hunt down both Autobots and Decepticons alike. Here, the task force is hunting down one of the last Autobots alive, Ratchet, before he's killed off.
Never is here.
But the Autobots saved the world 3 times, you say. What about the soldiers that fought with them, you say? What about Amps and Lennox and Shia LaDipshit, you say? Well, tough shit. Logic don't exist in these movies, so shut your face!
So, by complete accident, Marky Mark and his amazing friends reawaken Optimus, who doesn't take too kindly to the presence of humans.
I'll kill you! Stay back! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Call 911.
Shut the fuck up! Oh. Thanks, Optimus. I guess.
Well, let's have Marky Mark fix him up. Yeah, that's realistic. The tool who can't even use the tool is gonna fix a cybernetic life form from another planet. Yeah. It makes enough repairs in the span of what I assume is 5 hours or so that Optimus is in fighting shape by the time Cemetery Wind arrives. But, in all fairness, the scene between Cade and Optimus is actually kinda nice. It shows 2 people who wish to keep their families safe by any means necessary. Both have lost loved ones along the way and are brittled by their experiences. Dare I say it, Bay can write emotion. In fact, he does it rather well in this scene. I just don't think it's something he intends to do on a regular basis. Alright, time for Grammar to... Wait, what the fuck? Who is this guy? What? Who is this guy? Daryl! Daryl, who is this guy?
Oh, that's James Savoy, played by Titus Welliver, Attinger's field commander. All he really does in the movie is point a gun at Tessa's head.
What? Well, then why not have Grammar do it and show his extreme dedication to the cause?
Because throwing half-eaten apples in the trash can is much more important than having character development. Didn't you know?
Well, at least we have this.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Okay, this is pretty cool, I gotta admit.
Come on, hurry up, get in the car, let's go!
What? What the hell? Who the fuck are you?
So this is Shane Dyson, Tessa's boyfriend. And I don't care who plays him either, all he does is serve as cannon fodder for overprotective dad jokes.
I know you heard me! I'm her boyfriend!
My boyfriend!
What? You're not her boyfriend!
His name's Shane and he drives, Dad!
After a dumb, boring chase scene, Shane's car breaks down just before lockdown. A neutral Cybertron who's pursuing Optimus tosses a grenade at them. Lucas gets caught in his seatbelt and hilarity ensues.
Run!
Yes! Yes! He's finally dead! The world is free at last! Let us revel in this— Wait, there's another Transformer?
After acquiring a new alt mode and making a solid product placement for Western Star Customs, he signals all the other Autobots to meet up with him. All 4 of them. Here we have Bumblebee returning again, as well as all these new Transformers that we've never seen before. Drift, Hound, and Crosshairs. Also known to the Critical Mind as Racist Bot, American Fuck Yeah Bot, and Gun-toting Badass Bot.
Oh wait, no, that's every Transformer. Ah!
Also missing from this lineup are Autobots who are missing and presumed dead, but Bay decided it wasn't important to the story. So congrats Sideswipe, Dino, Roadbuster, Topspin, Jolt, and one of the RC bots. Your existence means absolutely nothing! By examining the drone Cade stole during the scuffle, they learned that Ratchet and Leadfoot were killed by Cemetery Wind as well, being supplied by KSI in Chicago, who's owned by Joshua Joyce, played by Stanley Tucci. Marky Mark is captured by Stanley Ducci and is interrogated by Dr. Fraser Crane.
To protect my family, okay? Not from your company, from the government.
Mr. Yeager.
Hello, Cade, I'm listening. Before Cade was captured, he snuck footage of the Autobots of KSI melting Ratchet's head. And the desecration of his friend's body pisses off Optimus, so what does he do?
Why, what else? Homicidal rampage!
You got the touch. You got the power. Yeah!
After saving Cade and picking up Tess and Shane off screen, I guess, the Autobots just fuck off. No. And like the geniuses they are, Fraser and Caesar decide to deploy the untested and improperly rendered Galvatron into the field. Great job there, Kelsey. For someone who's very high up in the CIA, he sure isn't very bright. So the untested Galvatron and Stinger go into the field to intercept the Autobots. Even though they're driving away from KSI and the Viacons are driving towards them. So, how'd they get in front of the Autobots? Just break the Chicago speed limit? Oh, I thought there was a shitload of destruction before. Either way, the test goes as well as one would expect.
Screw all these pointless deaths. Let's have another slow-mo shot!
Optimus and Galvatron go mano a mano after Cade and Shane jump ship. And where the hell do the other Autobots go anyways? Well, if it's anything like the second movie, they were probably hiding behind a tree. Well, Lockdown takes advantage of the chaos and guns down Optimus, capturing him and Annette.
Don't worry guys, this just makes him the shittiest rendition of Christian Grey yet.
Speaking of which, there's lots of other shitty elements in this movie. For example, the plot device known as the Seed, which can apparently transform anything to cyber matter, which Lockdown gives the humans for helping him capture Optimus. Wait a minute, why are they making more Transformers? It turns out that Katara was captured too after getting caught in a car she could have easily escaped from. You know, Michael, when you make characters that don't take the options available, it doesn't make the situation tense. It just makes the characters look stupid and your directing skills abysmal. This eventually leads to Wahlberg and the Funky Bunch sneaking aboard Lockdown's ship to rescue both her and Optimus. And you'd figure that Lockdown's ship would have some kind of security functions. But no, they just get in and that's it. And just as quickly as they came in, they escape with little to no effort.
Surprise! Except that they're good guys in Michael Bay movies, so not really.
Oh, and Cade picks up this sword that can transform into a rifle that shoots fucking torpedoes. And they never explain why it works, why Lockdown has a blade so small it barely fits in the palm of his hand, or why it transforms when he himself can barely use it. The gang regroups and Optimus reveals that he somehow sensed the presence of Megatron inside of Galvatron. How that works I'll never know. And somehow, despite getting a giant-ass axe through his brain module, Megatron's mind survived and transformed into the Galvatron prototype by feeding KSI the specs for a standard transformer.
He wants to detonate that seed in the biggest city and kill millions. He's gonna show the world, baby, I'm back.
The blast wave will incinerate that city into molten metal. He'll have enough to build a massive army and annihilate your species forever.
Okay, so am I supposed to ignore how you guys had hatchlings in Revenge of the Fallen? So, are you built or are you born? Make up your mind!
Surprise! Sudden relocation to China. Ching chong chang, motherfucker!
Wait a second. Why are we relocating to China anyways?
Yes, apparently Michael Bay wasn't done telling Asia that Toei Animation ain't got shit on him, and decided it would be cool for Stan, not Lee Tucci, to bring an alien artifact with a blast radius of a tactical nuclear weapon to a densely populated area. First of all, why does Galvatron need to detonate the seed in a densely populated area anyways? And if you want to tell the world I'm back, bitch, then just use the seed somewhere solitary for a few years and create more Viacons. Then destroy the world. Be like Shia, just do it! La shit heap. Damn! It also doesn't help that Stanley Tucci's character is, supposedly, a genius. Why wouldn't he just move the seeds to the Mongolian desert while moving Galvatron to a secluded facility rather than in plain public sight? He acknowledged early on in his appearances that Galvatron was being rendered like Megatron rather than Optimus Prime like he wanted.
I modeled Galvatron after Optimus Prime. Why does he keep looking like Megatron?
So wouldn't that have tipped him off that using Megatron's specs was a bit of a problem after the 5th failed render?
Algorithm! Galvatron!
When you said you were done fighting for humans, you didn't mean that, did you?
How many more of my kind must be sacrificed to atone for your mistakes?
What do you think being human means? That's what we do. You gotta have faith, Prime. In who we can be.
Yeah, this is arguably the worst scene in the movie, probably because they try to make the least morally ethical character try to bring around the other morally unethical character. And what makes it worse that Optimus brings up a fair point here. What has humanity done for the Autobots to convince them to stay? I'd even argue that humanity's been trying to get rid of them for 3 movies now, and are just now using force because it's their last option. Hell, the Autobots should have left when the 2nd movie ended, set up shop on Earth's moon, or even left Earth entirely. The Autobots have everything to lose by staying on Earth. Their lives, their way of life, their culture, everything! And because humanity's tried dabbling into their biology, it all lies on whether Optimus Sent leads the Autobots into battle. And at this point, with the great morality that Optimus has now, it's a genuine bloody mystery as to why he's here, not just leaving humanity to die. They have a ship, they have weapons, they have nothing of value left to protect here. Just pack up and leave, you have nothing to lose! Or wait, everything! But somehow, Optimus is convinced by Marky Mark to stay and fight, and forms a plan. He frees the Dinobots, instead called Legendary Warriors in this scene, and promises them freedom from Lockdown's captivity, only to promptly enslave them moments later.
We're giving you freedom! You defend my family. Or die.
Okay, so I think we just wandered into the theatrical version of Shattered Glass while I went to take a piss.
Oh, well in that case, I'm out of here.
Oh, no you don't! You want me to finish doing this movie? Or die?
Why the hell are you doing this? This is really out of character!
Never question me again! Ah!
So with their new reinforcements, Optimus and the Autobots annihilate the Viacons, leaving only Lockdown left. Wanna know what happened to Galvatron? Too bad, he played a card from Starscream's hand and runs like a total pussy. With a little help from the Humans, Optimus kills Lockdown the honorable way. By stabbing him in the back. Nice. Oh, and I guess he killed Dr. Fraser Crane too. That's sort of a background thing. And now he can fly, I guess. Oh well, that's a thing. So the day is saved, and our 3-hour film finally comes to conclusion as Optimus orders the other Autobots to protect Cade and his family before flying off into deep space, both to find his creators and to hopefully escape from the franchise at the same time.
I am Optimus Prime, and this message is to my creators. Leave planet Earth alone, 'cause I'm coming for you.
So that was Transformers 4, Age of Extinction. What else can I say? It sucks.
This movie is bad, insultingly bad. The CGI is actually really weird and fake this time for some reason. The characters have barely acceptable performances, and the acting is hardly decent from the voice actors. And everything else about this movie is hell. Half the plot makes absolutely no sense, the threat doesn't feel real, especially for trying to make it feel so real, and it tries to make sense while applying terrible one-dimensional caricatures to the Transformers. That, and this movie grossed way more than it should have. This movie grossed over $1 billion at the box office, surpassing the much better Mockingjay Part 1, a movie I didn't even really like, which means that it basically gave Paramount the okay to make more Transformers movies. In all accounts, this movie did nothing to change or please me.
The only satisfaction I got from this movie is that I could buy the dollar bin at Walmart and watch it burn slowly.
You got the touch. You got the power.
I'm sick of this crap.